Antarctica is a realm of death. Remote, cold, dry, and nearly lifeless. It's one of the most hostile environments on Earth. But if the stories are true, in 2012, a team of Russian researchers discovered a living menace more horrifying than any of the known threats that haunt the frozen continent. Dr. Anton Padalka and his team of Russian researchers claim to have encountered a massive, hostile beast while stationed at a secluded research camp on the East Antarctic ice sheet. Dubbed Organism 46b, the creature was said to resemble a giant squid and possess exceptionally high intelligence. The story begins at Vostok Station, an Antarctic research outpost established by the Soviet Union back in 1957. The station was located at the southern pole of cold, the coldest spot on the surface of the Earth. In 1983, they documented a temperature of negative 128 degrees Fahrenheit, the lowest ever recorded. Over the decades, many experiments and studies were conducted, including a lot of ice core drilling. Ice cores taken from glaciers contain bubbles of the atmosphere from eons ago, offering insight into the climate and environment at the time. In 1974, ice-penetrating radar surveys revealed a subglacial lake resting more than 2 miles below the ice sheet where Vostok Station was camped. It was a freshwater lake and was found to be the 6th largest subglacial lake in the world, measuring 160 by 30 miles in area and a quarter mile deep. Even more intriguing is that it's been entombed in miles of ice for as long as 25 million years. It's a time capsule from another age. Scientists predicted that exotic life forms likely existed down in the lake. Antarctica was already known for bizarre creatures like the hairy-chested yeti crabs that feed on the bacteria they cultivate on their own bodies, or the 7-armed sea stars that can kill the yeti crabs. Anything was possible. After 30 years of drilling on February 5, 2012, an expedition of Russian Antarctic researchers drilled the deepest core ever made through 12,400 feet of ice and tapped into the subglacial pocket of water. It was dubbed Lake Vostok after the science station above it. Testing its waters, the scientists reported evidence of microbes, bacteria, and fungi that were all part of a unique ecosystem. Then things got strange. An 8-man team was sent down to explore the lake, and they suddenly went silent. A complete blackout with the surface. Days went by and still no signal came from the expedition team. Frantic radio attempts failed. For 5 days, there was no word, and scientists from around the world following the team feared that they may be lost. What nobody knew was that the expedition was fighting desperately to stay alive in the alien realm that they had discovered. On their first day down, as they conducted a preliminary dive in their highly insulated wetsuits, they encountered a huge, horrifying creature, what they labeled Organism 46b. Dr. Padalka claims that the animal came out of nowhere and deliberately destroyed their radio, as if it knew this would cut them off from the surface. He described the monster as a 33-foot-long, squid-like giant with 14 grasping tentacles. Upon its first attack, the team's only female member hacked off one of the muscular tentacles. The agitated limb continued to move long after it was severed, as if it had a mind of its own. Experts note that a severed octopus tentacle, which will regenerate, can sometimes function after it's cut off because it has its own neural network. The creature is said to have extraordinary powers of camouflage as well, another trait much like the color-changing octopus, which can disappear against a coral reef or a sandy seafloor like a chameleon. But even more terrifying, Organism 46b was said to release a toxin that could paralyze a victim up to 150 feet away. While on a second dive in the lake, the creature reappeared and deployed its poison into the water. One of the divers was immobilized, and his colleague reported the man wearing a blissful smile on his face as the monster grabbed him, tore off his head, and stuffed it into its gaping mouth. Pidalka said it was as if the creature had hypnotized his colleague before it started eating him alive. In addition, Organism 46B exhibited an otherworldly ability to shapeshift and morph itself into different forms, blending in almost seamlessly against the underwater environment. Another scientist unknowingly swam too close, and the organism attacked him and tore him in half. From what they could observe, the creature had alarmingly high intelligence, another trait that it shared with the octopus. According to Dr. Pidalka, quote, "From the way it adapted each time we changed our tactics, we became convinced it is at least as intelligent as an average human." Incredibly, the survivors managed to capture the creature in a tank and haul it out of its element and back up to the surface at Vostok Station. The geologists who brought all this to official attention fully expected to be honored for their breakthrough discovery and for their extraordinary courage. Instead, the Russian government denied the discovery of anything unusual. The chief at the Vostok Research Station announced that nothing had been found, though behind the scenes, others admitted things were kept quiet as a routine precaution. Dr. Pidalka later claimed the creature was being kept hidden because the Russian government had plans to weaponize the organism. Pidalka noted that some species of octopus lay 200,000 eggs at a time, and he speculates what that would mean if Organism 46B were unleashed in the lakes and reservoirs across America. While the story is harrowing, a lot of critics insist the whole thing is a hoax. A number of elements of the story don't quite add up. First, ice core drill bores are deep but thin. They're only a few inches in diameter. A team of scuba divers could never have been sent down, nor could they lower down or bring back up a tank large enough to haul a 33-foot squid through 2 miles of solid ice. Plus, the water and air pressure under that much glacier would be unendurable. As for the eyewitness to it all, Dr. Pidalka, he himself is imaginary, the invention of fiction author C. Michael Forsyth. But even so, some experts suggest there's evidence that Russian scientists did uncover something horrifying underneath Vostok Station. As the Arctic seas are filled with untold terrors and life-threatening dangers, they posit that its absence in the public eye could be a sign of possible insidious intent. My name is Scott, and thank you so much for watching. We're a group of curious and passionate humans creating documentary-style content for those who share our curiosity, ask questions, and seek to dig deeper in a world where almost everything isn't quite what it seems. We are Mystery Syndicate. If you like what we do, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, leave a comment, and give this video a like. And to be notified when we post new videos, hit that notification bell. Also, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and for exclusive merchandise, visit our website at www.mysterysyndicate.com. And for those that wish to support our channel, please visit Mystery Syndicate on Patreon. We have a variety of new patron tiers with tons of great benefits. If you want to see your name on a future video, be sure to check it out. From all of us at Mystery Syndicate, thank you again. We sincerely appreciate your support.